So even before I welcome you to our brand new class on multidimensional healing the body, just take a couple really deep breaths. We've been so busy taking in so much during these accelerated times that this is really a time to empty out a bit. And Mark just told me to breathe out your expectations. And that's not just your expectations of this class, it's your expectations of you, your path, how the world should be, how you're doing. Breathe all that out. So you have to breathe pretty deep from your toes out. So our expectations tie us to a path, and our paths keep us out of creativity. And rereading the transcript from our last class in Mind, we really are at a creation time. This is, the changes in 2022 were predicted back by astrologers in the 1990s. And the change, everything was kind of has been melting down the last 2 years, but the acceleration of consciousness has really started in the last half of this year. And many of you took part in our last Tuesday in our trilogy activation for the lunar eclipse. And it was so powerful that during the activation itself, Mark told me that to make this available to everyone, that, you know, we appreciate those of you who bought the trilogy, but he put it on, or Mark didn't do anything. Our staff put it on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you know anyone who's ready for a massive activation, it was Tuesday's lunar eclipse. And what we did, we called it deep emotional and trauma healing. That was only part of it. What was new was an alignment and an activation of our pineal gland in our head, in our third eye. And I saw the pineal gland as a pearl, which looked a lot like the moon, the full moon. And it's activating these gates. We call them the pearly gates of heaven, but it's activating us through another higher level of consciousness, of heaven, of places we couldn't get to before we died. So getting there is opening up tremendous opportunities for creation and for breathing deeply and kind of unplugging from all the input and just being still. And the other thing Mark has been telling me and people in our personal sessions is when we set sail, we usually, get in our boat and we know where we're going on the distant shore. And he said, we can't do that anymore. Feel where the wind is coming and set your sail according to where the wind is the fullest. And we'll get to perhaps a different destination, but it's the one that's supported now. So this is a time of, like I said, massive acceleration of creation anew. And I want to thank Beta from Austria. She, everyone sends emails, but she actually wrote this beautiful letter with pictures and everything. She's just started the Mark class, though she's been doing my work forever. And she said she listened to the Keystone Dialogues, which I haven't done for years. And there was one called The Introduction to Mark, and I haven't listened to it for years. And this is what she said in her letter that Mark said. He goes, we bring you to the end point, and then the end point changes where you are now. So that's a really good description of Mark takes us to places where we don't have a footing. We don't have an understanding. We might not even have an experience because it's an endpoint so much further away from where we thought we were heading. And then that begins to change our now. So welcome to class part 2 of our class in multidimensional healing. We finished 2 weeks ago part 1, which was multidimensional healing of the mind. And I found a great quote from Robert Adams. I don't know who he is, but this is a great quote. He said, the only burden you have ever had is your mind. The only burden you have ever had is your mind. So our mind's been scrambled, it's been reorganized, it's been loosened from us. Our human mind has been opened up to the mind of God, which was our topic in the last class. So mind was first, because so much of our collective programming in our body has come from our mind. So what's happening now, and the opportunity now, is that we're in this flow state. Flow has been really Mark's byword in the last few months. And it's as if I'm looking at like Emoto's crystals, water crystals, and the water crystals that had crystallized with negativity were all ugly and deformed. And they need to melt. That's who we've been. We've been crystallized with ugliness, with hatred and fear and weakness and powerlessness. And now we're in this flow, this meltdown. And it's going to go on for a while longer. But we are recrystallizing already, and that's the importance of body. Our body is recrystallizing with the input of love and grace and higher energies, not with the old inputs. So it's a wonderful opportunity to look at multidimensional healing of our body. And please don't have expectations of, oh, good, this is going to heal my left knee or my hearing issues or whatever. We're going to deconstruct the systems and the structures in the collective field of human consciousness that our body is tapped into. So our body gets its cues from the collective field, which is deformed and polarized and ugly and etc. That's what we're moving out of, because our body is holding these traumas, these emotions, and they've given us illness. So we're not going to work on the outcome, the left knee or the things that are wrong. We're going to look at reconnecting our body from the field of human consciousness that we've been connected to and that we've been creating from into this higher field that Mark keeps taking us to. So it's going to be really a massive reconnection so that we are no longer getting our cues from humanity's lower levels, but from the highest possible dimensions from which we can exist and into which we can create ourselves. Let's see, one more quote I have here from Mark from the last class in Mind. He said, "Your future leaves your past." So we are unplugging our body from the karma of the past. Just a reminder, because who knows what state Mark will leave us in at the end. They've been pretty high. Our next class, we're not going to meet next week because I'll be in Fiji scuba diving. And we will meet on November 28th, which for us in the United States is the Monday following the Thanksgiving holiday. Then the next Facebook Live free update will be on the full moon, December 7th. But please look at my Facebook pages for the free Facebook Live update from November, because that really talks about everything we're into right now. And our November monthly meditation for you subscribers is Sanctuary, which is so necessary now. Okay, I think that's all I need to say about where we are now. We will miss a couple classes over the holidays. We won't have a Mark class the day after the Christmas weekend, nor the day after the New Year's weekend. We'll start again on the 14th. Oh, I'm not sure if that date is right. We'll start again. Yeah, January 14th, I believe, which is a Monday. But we'll be meeting in early December. Okay. Breathe deeply. Letting the energies of expectations and old programs fly out of you as I bring in Mark. Welcome, this is Mark. Your body, the proof of your existence in the 3D world. Your history book of everything that has happened to you in the 3D world, and your history book of what has happened to you in your karmic cycles. In so many ways, your body has become you. It has impounded you or barred you, put you in a jail. It has defined you. Yet on the glorious side, it gives you a vessel and an instrument for the color of the 3D world, for the love, the beauty, the aromas, the tastes, the sensations of being alive. In this series, we help you counter the effects of negative energies and negative karma on your body. And we help you build your body's soulfulness and higher consciousness templates and abilities so that your body can be a living gateway between heaven and earth, between the higher dimensions and existence, three-dimensional physical existence. You may very likely find changes in your body. They may not always occur where you think they should occur, because in the first few classes, we will work with your overall body wiring and alignment with the higher dimensions. Only after that will you be able to work and see the specific changes in your body that your personality yearns for, at a level that we may not speak about, but will certainly be as important as your body changes, are the changes in the collective body of humanity, a lifting of humanity from the wounds and the scars that have become materialized in their bodies. So there will be a loosening not just in you, but in the entire human collective of what no longer serves physicality. And at an even deeper, larger note, there's a healing of the physical body of Mother Earth, multidimensional openings of the highest pattern of Mother Earth without the history, without the burdens, the karma, the scars, the wounds, the toxicity, that Mother Earth also can claim a multidimensional healing. So the instrument of your primary experience of this course will be your sensations, your body. But please know the outcome is so much greater than you. We start with your pineal gland, that master gland for the signals and sensations of your connection to the higher worlds, the master gland of your emotions, your chemistry, your seeingness. Focusing on the gateway that your pineal gland represents from the higher dimensions into physicality. And focus really on connecting your pineal gland with your body. We're connecting it with your body first before you open it to the extreme inputs of the higher dimensions. So imagine the flows, the neurological, the chemical flows, orchestrated by your brain, moving through your cells, your nerves, your blood. So you're imagining connecting your higher brain, your higher control centers, with your organs, your muscles, your bones. Your skin, the impulses from your pineal gland are very soft. Imagine perhaps that your body is falling into a soft, deep feather bed. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. This gentleness is calming. It slows down the frenetic aspects of your nervous system. You may feel sleepy as serotonin opens up into your body with its calming results. And go into an even deeper level of physical body calmness. Spread this calmness around your abdomen, your intestines. Sometimes your body's biome is not tuned into calmness, but to a frenetic, active energy. So sometimes you might find that your body's stress comes from the pit of your stomach or comes from your gut. So let the calmness take residence deeply in your gut. Keep imagining that you're streaming down this pearl essence, perhaps it's golden, from your pineal gland to all your nerves and blood vessels, your organs, your biome. This calmness is very foreign to your body. We acknowledge this isn't easy, and we're going to take as long as it needs to be for you all to get at least 80% of this calmness in your body, this different frequency. Invite your mind to hush. Your breathing will probably deepen. You may even notice that your saliva starts running. The body retunes or reattunes to the pineal gland. Adrenaline slows down. You can finally begin to feel your body settling into a different sort of calmness. Just keep allowing. Sometimes you get close and then you spike out of it again. It's a very unusual state for you beautiful but reactive beings. We're taking you out of the equation of reaction. Out of fight or flight. And the last parts of your systems to get the hint is your muscles. Be mindful of your muscles as they relax as if they're moving into a warm sauna or a warm bath. Most of you have gotten your mind to a still point, but your body's still fighting it. It's so unused to feeling safe. body is safe. It can let go of its death grip on fear and protectiveness. And now the flow from your pineal gland is beginning to have an impact on your muscles. So now your muscles in your body may feel itchy or hot as your now relaxed, calmer body begins to shed the toxins of adrenaline, the toxins of always being prepared, the acids that have built up in your body. So imagine the toxins and the acids are leaving your muscles, are being gently cleared out of your brain. We ask for gentle so that you don't have incredible headaches. In a gentle way that your body can handle. Your muscles, your cell walls, your organs are letting go of the abrasive, oxidating stress. Again, we ask for this to be gentle as your blood carries these toxins through your liver, your kidneys, but what's beautiful is you're maintaining the calmness. Your body isn't fighting against the stress or the toxins. It's gently, calmly carrying them away. And with each breath, you can feel that softness, that deep feather bed feeling. With each deep breath, the messages in the attunement of your pineal gland is reaching your cells and your atoms. Your body is feeling for perhaps the first time a little inclination of what it's like to not be constantly stressed. And now it feels like not only is your mind ready to let go of your body, of controlling it by all its thoughts and beliefs, but your body's ready to let go of your egoic mind as controller. And why? Because your egoic minds are so programmed in fear and protection. In this moment, your body is safe, but it never trusted that because there have been so many layers of karma and stress and wounds upon you. But now you are in this moment safe, and you are allowing your body to be programmed to react to the safety rather than perceived and imagined threats. calmness. Your body's cells are now communicating to each other, creating a new field, a morphogenetic field that is safe and calm and whole and complete. Can you feel how holographic your body is? That it's not necessarily centered in your brain anymore. It's not even centered in your heart. Every cell is a center of its field. So your body is moving to a quantum structure. Not necessarily organized by your thinking brain, but as part of the living, breathing cosmos. It's being untied from its prison. Of course, your body doesn't feel like it's you are used to. So get used to this unknown relationship between your mind and your body. Your body is accepting its galactic connections, its multidimensional connections, without having everything wired through your thinking brain. Just really play with the idea that your body is holographic, it's quantum. And your brain is not always the engineer of it. Notice that your body feels more free, lighter, different. Just going to stay in this space until it's ready for another level. It's not quite there yet. All right. We started by having you put your attention on your pineal gland and feeling its impulses throughout your body, your nervous system, your muscles, your organs, your bones. And now imagine that your pineal gland is opening like a satellite dish up to even higher dimensions. Not as high as it can go, because we want it to go just a bit higher than it's been programmed. And for this new flow or these different impulses to move from your pineal gland into the spaces you've opened up in your muscles and your nervous system and your organs. So it's another level of opening and then letting it flow to the space you've created now in your entire body system. So the first feeling was calmness, and now there's a freshness coming. Like a warm, fresh wind, perhaps. Not strong, but steady. And just use your imagination. You can't do it wrong. We're holding the space. it's a different inflow now through your pineal gland to all of your cells, your atoms, your molecules. Fresher, newer, cleaner, that the calmness made way for. Not too strong, don't be in a hurry. There's only so much your kidneys and liver can clear out. So we just want enough freshness to clear and open, like opening the windows on a spring day. So these impulses are stronger than the calming ones. So a freshness moving through your cells, your nervous system, your bones, your muscles, your organs. You're still quantum, holographic. You're not going back to the tightness you held before in your fight or flight patterns. You're maintaining your connection to the cosmos through your cells. Notice your breathing is still deep and automatic. Your cells begin to know themselves as unburdened, that they do not need to replay the wounds and karma of the past, that they're connected to a freshness in the cosmos, a higher collective field than the one that humanity has been drawing its impulses from. A more divine collective field. Notice that your cells feel lighter, karmically lighter, physically lighter, lighter in terms of toxins. And we invite you to let your attitude toward your body become lighter. Pay attention what your body wants you to eat. For many of you, it's your body has quit telling you what it wants to eat because you haven't listened for so long. Feel the cells. Using a pendulum or muscle testing will be stronger now because your body's clearer. With this clearing in your body, check the supplements that you take. Notice that the calmness is still there. And now added to it is a clarity, that clear, fresh wind or that clear, fresh presence. Can you notice that your whole body is alive? Breathe deeply now from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes. Feel that you're no longer anchoring such stress in your body. And again, it won't be instant because the stress is toxic. It needs to leave in a gentle way so that your body is not overwhelmed. You may feel tired. You'll certainly need to drink a lot of water, get some sunshine. You may be sleepy or have headaches. But most of all, notice that you feel alive, alive. We thank you for now. This is Mark. You all, let's take take a break till a quarter after. We're going to take questions. So during the break, think of specific questions that this caused for you. And we'll come back at a quarter after the hour. Please drink water. Welcome back. That was something. I feel clearer, calmer, different. So Mark's going to take questions, and it can be questions about, overall his plan for this series. I don't know, but focused on body and questions that are helpful to everyone, or questions about something that came into your mind as we were doing that. So we'll open it up, turn on your video, and go ahead, and we'll call on you, and I will channel Mark for the answers. Go ahead, Lorna. You turned on first, so unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay. Hi.
Tell us where you're from.
Santa Barbara, California.
All right.
Mark said during the meditation that we were moving into a quantum consciousness and that we weren't going to be using our thinking brains. And I know that life is much more about being than doing now, but how is the doing meant to get done?
So we didn't mean that you're not going to use your thinking brains. It's just your body has been controlled by your thoughts, and your thoughts have often been controlled by fear and protection, old projections, etc. So your thinking brain wasn't very liberated. It was part of your karmic cycling, and your body was carrying all of that. So now your body is reaching out beyond karma to connect to the holographic field or the cosmic consciousness. And so your thinking mind doesn't need to direct it in the same way, because your thinking mind wasn't a very good manager of your body, because it mostly put fears into your body and what your body should do, should look like, should be, should. So your thinking mind is now clearer because it was part of the process. Your brain was part of the process of detoxing. So please still think. Please still use those gifts, but let your body be connected to your overall sense of goodness, your overall higher dimensional self. Let your thinking come from your higher dimensional self. And that's why we started with mind. We could never begin multidimensional healing if we started with the body, because the mind needed to be opened up to be not just a thinking and directing mind, but a receiving and connecting mind. So did that answer your question? So please keep your brilliance, your mind, your thinking, but it's not so much a director as one of the players in your evolving.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead, Marianne.
Hello, I'm Marianne from the Netherlands. I wonder, does this change the need of my medication?
It could. So let this process for a while, because we did as much as we could in an hour hopefully without overwhelming your body's ability to rebalance. But check your medication, give it a couple of weeks and check it with muscle testing with your pendulum, have someone else do it, do blind muscle testing, so that you're listening to your body, what your body wants. And that goes for all of you. With the supplements you're taking, maybe they were fine for before, but just because a supplement was given to you 2 years ago doesn't mean it's still the right supplementation for you now and the right dosage. So really, Jeanette usually works with someone else to help her do the muscle testing. She has someone else push her arms, because she finds that if she tries to do it with her fingers, she does not get consistent answers. So be open to changing medications, supplements, and certainly what your body wants to eat. Jeanette's dreaming of a big salad right now, even though it's cold and she doesn't usually have salads when it's cold.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
First, I'm
Tell
not
us
sure.
who you are and where you're from.
I'm Laura Weaver, and I live in Lafayette, Louisiana. So nice to see you. My question is, can Mark explain in more detail functions of the pineal gland as it relates to spirituality and communication and messages coming through?
Yes. The pineal gland is basically God's little nest in you, in terms of messages from the higher dimensions, in terms of knowing and then directing the electrical and hormonal system of your body. There's two parts of you that are connected to the higher dimension: your heart and your pineal gland directly. And your heart is connected to the emotions, the lovingness, the wholeness, and we'll call it companionship of the universe. The pineal gland is connected more to the, we'll call it the patterns, the crystallization, the invisible template that is wisdom, that guides the universe quietly and invisibly. That comes more through your pineal gland. So spiritual knowing, insights, mediumship often will come through the pineal gland. The pineal gland for almost all humans has been closed down significantly. And that's because it wasn't always the highest energies who were coming in. It was sometimes lower spirits who had not moved to the higher dimensions that would come into the body through the pineal gland through alcohol abuse or drug use. It moves into that. It doesn't come through the heart. So that's our overview. Please feel free to ask specific questions on what we just said.
So if working with people, if they have attachments, energetic attachments, is that coming through the pineal gland as well?
Often it is, yes.
So when they talk about pineal glands being crystallized or not functioning, are we getting our use back from our pineal glands? Are they like the care of them? How do we open it up and clear it and that sort of thing?
They are getting less congested. They are getting more a truer, cleaner instrument of your multidimensional connection. As all of you awaken, it gives permission for your pineal to open up. Then more comes in that awakens and clears it up more. So it's an iterative process. And the care and feeding of your pineal gland would be holding high thoughts, not fear, because fear is what caused it to close down. Because when a human is surrounded by apparent darkness, it closes down everything. Its muscles get tight, the armor comes up, and humanity gets separated. So the pineal gland is one of the main ways to connect back with the conscious cosmos.
Okay. Thank you. That was helpful.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Lucia.
Hello, Lucia from Amsterdam. That was intense. In the beginning, I really had to work hard, and it felt like there was a body in the middle of my body that was like holding on, and like making the tension. And it felt a bit like a false spine in my body. And then at a certain point, I could release way more. And it felt like I was connected to, well, like everything became like water. Yeah, it's when I put my brain to it, it doesn't make sense, but it made sense what was happening. And that I saw this when we had to go up, and there was this flower. I think it was a lotus with so many small leaves going up like that, and it was like receiving, and it kind of made sense.
That's beautiful. We've been working with the lotus in our master's program, the white lotus opening up and receiving and being and opening up. The energy of lotuses everywhere, not just in the pineal or the third eye. So you said like a false, you had to work hard because there was this false spy, I think you said the words. So we had this, it wasn't false, but we had you had a part of you that, of all of you, that held the reality that the world is a cruel place. And so it was strong. It took a long time for the calmness of your pineal to even get to most parts of your body. So, and once that happened, toward the very end, we were able to then open the pineal to an even higher flow. So the water, the fluidity, the lotus are all beautiful indicators of that you were right with it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And is it that the pineal, because it felt also like fear? It was fascinating where it all resides in our bodies. And I thought, like, how does it get to all these places? Why does it get to all these places? It's like there's there was no awareness of everything that was going on all the time, and it took so much energy
Yes.
to have this system active.
Yes, because, and did you say you felt fear everywhere in your body?
Yeah, and tears. There were tears coming out at a certain point. It was like my whole body was crying.
So there was the biggest thing that this first part of this calming did was to disconnect all of you from your reactivity to fear. That fear is the main programmer in your body, and the reaction to fear is so programmed in that it has become who you think you are. Whether you're strong or you're outgoing, so much of that is a reaction to fear. So, and much of the fear isn't in your brain. It has taken residence in your gut, in your stomach, in your arms, in your shoulders. So it was not easy for many of you to just stay in the space without really doing anything, letting the calmness flow through until that fear could be unmobilized. And then it began to be released. So beautiful. And it doesn't matter where it came from, how long it was, how it got to
I
where it
realized.
did.
I was just surprised. I was just surprised to experience because you think it's, well, doesn't matter. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Blessings. Kari.
Yes, Mark, I had a great experience this time. It started with my pineal gland turning clockwise a little bit slowly, and my brain were activated on both sides. And sitting there, I felt suddenly my inside lifted up like long, strong cells in beautiful colors. And I think, I'm lifting off, but it's passing out of me on my right part of the brain and disappeared. And then a few moments later, it started tickling down in my belly button, and it came stronger and stronger and vibrating out on the left side of my brain. And I feel great now. But I wonder what happened. I've never felt anything like that before.
Well, what happened was the activation worked, and you are very good at describing one of the ways, and they're going to be different for each of you. And again, the process just started. It's not going to end when you are no longer on Zoom. It's a process of refamiliarizing your body with those higher dimensions and unhooking your body from everything your body has known in terms of fear, reaction, programs. So beautifully said. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much.
Corinne.
Hi, it's Corinne from Switzerland. I have a question, Mark. You explained about the difference between the pineal gland and the heart. Could you explain maybe a bit about the womb, the female womb, because it's often referred to as a portal as well?
We're trying to put that into perspective of today's topic. Let us say the womb is a portal more connected with Mother Earth, with physical creation, and we will not work on that yet because we are trying to find a calmness throughout the body and a de-escalation of fear and reactive programs that have held the human body hostage. We will see where the womb emerges as we go through these 8 classes, but right now we aren't focused on it because it's not to be opened until this cleansing, calming, freshness really takes hold of you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello,
Zed.
Mark.
Yes.
I want to say thank you. It just this meditation just felt so important. It feels like this is what I've been sensing for so long, that feeling of not feeling safe for everybody. So the words gratitude, just so grateful that we did this. And it was very emotional for me. I feel everybody's pain leaving, all the emotions associated with not feeling safe. I'm still in it, but the sense of relief and gratitude. Thank you. Thank you.
Dear one, you have been such an empath, and you have labored under these karmic reactive energies of fear and hurt and disconnection for so many, not just you. And please really feel the calmness, the clearing, and the detoxing that happens. Be gentle, because you hold so much for so many. Be very gentle in not doing this too quickly. And just for any of you who are empaths, who carry so much more than just your own weight, notice that the detoxing might be intense, and just go back to the calmness. The calmness can reintegrate you. But dear one, you have waited for this, and humanity was not ready for this opening, because not only does it clear away what hasn't served humanity, that pain, that karma, but it opens a path of enlightenment that has not been seen before. So thank you for saying what you said, so we could mention that this opens a path of enlightenment. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, it's Lara.
Laura, hello. Where are you
Hello.
from?
I'm from the Netherlands,
Right.
and I've got a question about grounding. I was getting confused already about this topic, and then I wrote something on the Facebook page about grounding in yourself with the night diagonals and the vertical line.
Yes.
And when I wrote this, I thought about what you already spoke about, being grounded in every part of yourself, as you did now again. Like, yeah, to be grounded in every cell of your body. So I tried to be, it felt like I was a cosmos built from stars. And it felt very beautiful and very nice, but not in my daily life.
Yes. All right.
If
Well,
I'm going to go to the grocery store, walking like a cosmos around, it feels a bit like, whoa, this is a bit difficult.
so what you did experience and what you just said is, through this process you did today, with this pineal calming and then changing, disconnecting from karma and reactivity, your cells did open to the cosmos, like you said, but they did so in a grounded way. Your body has been, you think it's grounded because it has a lot of weight. I mean, not just you singularly, but all of you. You think I'm grounded because you're so heavy on the earth. You're heavy with karma, you're heavy with burdens, and that's the only way you know you're grounded. But the groundedness that is coming as all of you awaken is this looser, open, cosmic, yet grounded way of being. It's not grounded because the pressure of your burdens holds you on earth, but grounded because you are awakened everywhere and your body is so alive. Those were the words we ended with. Your body's so alive that it's naturally grounded. It's the aliveness that was missing. Your bodies have been deadened and deadened and deadened and deadened, and then your mind sits on top of this dead pile and it's become deadened. So you'll find different ways to feel grounded and you'll still be cosmic. So the grocery store and your driving will be safe. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Martina.
Hi, my question may have been answered. I'm not so sure, but I still have a comment that from the get-go, I was in the deepest of tears. And it was as if being taken into a warm wind, an entire field that was just so perfusive. And it was ephemeral, but so real at the same time. And the funny thing is, you at one point said, this might feel foreign, but it felt so familiar. It's about this peace that passes all understanding. And I know that the familiarity of it is why I'm still alive, despite some heavy energies. So it was not foreign at all to me. It was so familiar. And just a quick thing, during the Mark Intensive, there was this amazing lady coming up to me and she said, your higher self told me to tell you that the heavy energies, they're in the last stretch. They're in their last stretch. So this morning, they were very raw, the energies, and I called out to you. And I said, but what about this nervous system? What about this constant having to manage the crisis? And so with me, some of the wounds that have been materialized, and I'm almost done, of course, are these involuntary movements of the pelvic floor. And how can I just heard you say that that's not, there yet, we're not there yet, but how can I still wisdomize them? Can I integrate them? But again, there's already a lot of solace in your saying that we're going to get there eventually. So thank you.
Yes. So the first thing we mentioned was when this pineal calmness came, it went into your nervous system. That was the main thing. It also into the chemicals, the adrenaline, the fight or flight responses. Just be with this and know that it's a process of unwinding, and your call was heard. This will already begin to open up the flow of healing the nervous system.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Danikita.
My name is Danikita from Switzerland. Hi. I would love to ask Mark, I also felt this incredible longing to go into the relaxation and the depth, and that happened for quite a long time. And then suddenly the stress came up, like a constant stress, chronic stress in this nervous system. And now I wonder, what would you suggest? I feel like I'm having a fever right now and a cold kind of symptoms. Would you suggest to let it go and not do the exercise anymore, or can I repeat this? And I mean,
it's a very good practical question. And we did say that it has to be a slow process, especially those of you who have lived under constant physical stress, so that your kidneys and your liver and your whole system does not get overwhelmed. So the fact that you feel you have a cold, you feel you have the flu is going to be it. So we wouldn't do it until you do this again. It started, it's processing. Your pineal is now aligned to that higher multidimensional healing place for you. So use your intuition. Don't blast through it like the fighter of the fight or flight. Just trust that you're in a process of healing, and trust that you'll know when to listen to this class again, or maybe you don't have to listen to it. Maybe your pineal goes, I've got this. And as soon as it's ready and your body's calmed down, it will take it to another level and another level. But it is exactly that stress, dear one, that all of you carry. And much of it isn't from yours. As we started, we said your bodies have been taking their cues from the human collective, which is a dirty, sewer-filled place to get your marching orders. And now we're breaking out of that and connecting your body to these higher planes, but your body's still operating and has to go through quite a process of cleansing and unraveling before you're going to feel it in your body. You are very good at going to these high places, and your body's been very good at allowing that. But now your body gets to receive more of the high places, so it can be a partner and not just an anchor of your soul on earth. So that was a great question that helped many. So thank you.
Very much. It's really positive.
All of you notice that you haven't yet plugged back into that stress, that you're in this unknown world where you're not push, push, push. That adrenaline has become a drug of choice, and it's become self-perpetuating in your systems. All of you have corrosive systems filled with oxidation, and this will begin to unwind it. Jeff, it looks like a couple people have their hands up. You might have to call on them. Barbara, you're calling from a phone. If you can
Hi.
speak, go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. This is Barbara from Colorado. And that was very, very beautiful. It just felt so nourishing. And yeah, just in such a beautiful, gentle, and just really supportive way. I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Thank you. And people are happy to hear that it can be gentle too, because some of you took it on like a fighter, which is fine, which is fine. Laura, do you want to add something else?
Yes, I have another question for Mark. In healing sessions, people will have situations where they hold the fear in their body, and we go through and identify where the fear is and remove that energetic fear from their bodies. Once we remove the fear from their bodies, do I need to go in at any point and address the pineal gland, or will it adapt as the fear is released out of their bodies themselves? Does the pineal gland automatically begin adjusting and opening up? Or should there be an additional step that we work on, maybe with vibrations or frequencies with the pineal gland to open that up?
So what we just did is we started with the pineal gland to get the energy of fear. What you do in your systems is find the fear first. Why don't you start with a frequency for the pineal, and then the fear, then the calmness comes, and the calmness moves the fear without needing quite so much identification. So instead of doing it fear first and then adjust the pineal, start with the pineal.
And when you say start with the pineal, I hear perhaps a tuning fork, the frequency for the pineal, and then any other advice on clearing the pineals for them?
No, you can start with that frequency fork, but as you hold it through the resonant field, the field now for the whole world is stronger in the pineal gland because so many of you did this here today, and many more will do it again. So it's now held more strongly in the collective. So because you've done this, your pineal is a tuning fork to their pineal, and it's not so much. So your intention to start with the pineal might be all it takes.
Oh, that's nice.
Because you are now the instrument. All of you are the instruments of rapid evolution, rapid enlightenment for humanity. Enlightenment can't come from above until it is embodied in all of you, not through beliefs or religions, but through the frequency field you hold. And you all hold it now. You
So
hold it
another
at another
question.
level. Yes.
I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt. So if I am in a group of people that's speaking with people, just holding the intention, is there anything I need to do, or just my presence in the group will help their pineal?
Your presence in the group will help their pineal. You all are frequency generators, and you've moved from generating unconsciously fear, because that's just where the unconscious goes in humanity, to being conscious generators of higher multidimensional healing. So your presence in any group, all of your presence in any groups, your presence at home, your presence at work, your presence in your families, absolutely changes and brings all those groups to a higher level. Maybe not to this level because they're still unconscious, but to a higher level.
Awesome. Okay.
That's
Thank
why
you.
this is, we call this a time of massive acceleration. It's because the speed of the vortex of things dropping away and lifting up is faster and faster. Why? Not because the full moon had an eclipse, because of all of you, and so many of you in so many ways, opening up, clearing, disengaging from what has been. So you all are the most beautiful biofeedback instruments on the planet. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for that clarity.
We'll take one or two more questions. Laura, go ahead, turn off your video and your audio.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, anyone else? And if not, I think Mark will say some final comments. One more, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Jeanette, Mark, I had an experience this weekend because we did some work at the pineal gland, but the person who was the trainer did it the other way around from the pelvic area. And so it was the other way around, but I couldn't do that. So I did it what you just said. So I told that afterwards. I said, oh, I don't do it that way. It comes from there in my body. So
yes. And did you feel that you had a change?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I thought I'm not doing it right, but then I felt my body. I said, yeah, but this is right for me to do it like this. So,
And now you can trust it because you
Yeah.
got the confirmation what works better for you.
yeah.
Good, good. All right, dear ones, in healing the body, be mindful of your thoughts, because even though we finished 8 classes on the mind, your mind has not gone on vacation. It's still bringing up the same things it's always brought up, but hopefully there's some space between what your mind tells you is so and what your body's knowing begins to inform you. So please be mindful of reactiveness in any way, and leave more space for the truth of your body to flower, to open, to heal, to balance. In this acceleration, you're not always going to feel grounded. So it's fine not to be grounded all the time, as long as you're centered on love and the higher dimensional emotions, because you're spinning up, you're not grounded, but this is a vortex of change, a vortex of opportunity. Your body's responded beautifully today. We are pleased to take on a human emotion for the changes that you've instigated. It's only instigated. So don't wait, don't expect that your whole life will now be different and your body will immediately and miraculously be healed. But you're on the path. You've disconnected so much that needed to be disconnected. So feel the calmness, feel that freshness. If you need to remember anything from this meditation, it's those 2 things. And stay with the calmness until you feel your body's tension and stress goes away or slows down. And then bring in the freshness. There'll be layers and layers of this, and you are magnificent, becoming more magnificent. For now, we thank you. This is Mark. Wow. I feel very different. I feel like this stress I've been stressed trying to get rid of finally has a pathway out of me. So we'll just see that we're opening pathways into enlightenment. I love that. And pathways out of our old, congealed, not very effective patterns. So thank you for being part of this. Again, we will not meet next week because I'm in Fiji, but I'll wave to you from the higher dimensions. And we'll meet after that, after Thanksgiving, and for you Americans. But let's just wish everyone around the world a time for giving thanks and for recognizing how beautiful it is that we pick to be alive now. And it's all perfect. So blessings, and thank you. And just thank you.